So, do you have any examples of businesses that you've worked with that have implemented a budget where maybe they had one that they didn't use or they didn't have one at all, and it really helped them turn things around?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's it's kind of like, well, a lot of the clients that we work with, this has been usually a prior issue. Not all, some have had budgets, but like you said, they just haven't been well done budgets, and they're not working correctly. Others just a lot of businesses just have never gone through the process of having a budget, and I feel like they've gotten to a certain point, usually based on instinct, right? So like we talked about these businesses that are starting and they have good instincts, but usually, again, that only carries you so far, especially when you start to lose touch with everything that's going on in the business, and you just can't keep up from that perspective because you don't have enough data. Though it is instinct, it's data driven instinct generally, so you kind of have all the data and you make the decision. So you really get to that point though where you know people are, I find it seems to go hand in hand with they're kind of struggling to make decisions because they don't feel like they have the data. So they're,
Mm,
then we
they
start
put
doing the
things off.
budget, and then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this makes more sense, and now I can make those decisions. So there's definitely businesses that, I mean, there's definitely been businesses that we've had, maybe they have multiple locations, and we look at one location, it's struggling, they're just like trying to figure out what's wrong, but they hadn't budgeted, for each location, and they weren't breaking things down so that they could be like, oh, this is where my overall problem is coming from, is this location or this business line. That's another way
Mhm.
that sometimes the budgets for those business lines, have come in, and they've maybe been funding this loser business line or location that they didn't even realize was happening because they hadn't gone through the process of budgeting.